Hi students, welcome back. Today I am discussing equations of motion. We all know that what are the equations of motion? Equations of motions are V is equal to U plus AT, U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, UT plus half AT square, and V square equal to U square plus 2AS. Okay, these are the equations of motion for a uniformly accelerated body. Okay, these are the equations for a uniformly accelerated body. Okay. In the case of decelerated or retarded motion, uniform retardation or uniformly decelerated motion, these equations of motions are V is equal to U minus AT, S is equal to U T minus half AT square, and V square equal to U square minus 2AS. Okay, these are the equations of motion in the case of uniformly retarded motion. Okay, for uniformly accelerated motion, equations of motions are like this, and for uniformly retarded motion, equations of motions are like this, because in the case of retarded motion, A is equal to minus A. Now when the body moves up under the influence of gravity, these equations of motion becomes V is equal to U minus GT when the body moves upward with the or under the influence of gravity. Okay, then A is equal to minus G. Therefore, the equation becomes V is equal to U minus GT. The next equation, S is equal to UT minus half GT square. Okay. Then V square equal to U square minus 2G into S. Okay. These are the equations of motion when the body moves up or thrown up with a velocity U and which moves under the influence of gravity. Okay. When the body is thrown downwards. Okay. In this case, we can write the equations like this. V is equal to U plus GT. Okay, this is the case when the body is thrown upwards. Okay, thrown up and moves under the influence of gravity. In this case, the equations of motions are like this. And when the body is thrown down, okay, in that case, V is equal to U plus GT, S is equal to UT plus half GT square, and V square equal to U square plus 2GS. These are the equations of motion when the body is thrown down and moves under the influence of gravity. Okay, from these equations we can write what about the equation for a body when it is dropped from certain height. When the body is dropped from certain height, initial velocity U is taken as 0. Then the first equation V is equal to U plus GT becomes V is equal to G into T. From that, time T is equal to V by G. Okay. What about the second equation? S is equal to UT plus half GT square. It becomes, S can be written as H. A body is dropped from a particular height H. Therefore, h is equal to, instead of s, we can write h is equal to half gt square, half gt square. Okay, from this equation, t is equal to root of 2h divided by g. Okay, t is equal to root of 2h by g. That equation is very, very important. And the third equation, v square is equal to u square plus 2gs becomes v square equal to 2 into g into h. Therefore, velocity of the body is equal to root of 2g into h. Okay, v is equal to root of 2gh. Okay, these are the equations of freely falling body. Okay, now we can go through the problems related to this session. Our first question, a bus starts with some initial velocity and a constant acceleration. Okay, a bus starts with some initial velocity and a constant acceleration. So we can take initial velocity as u and acceleration as a. Okay, constant acceleration. It covers a distance of 200 meter in the first 4 seconds. Okay, in the first 4 seconds, the body covers a distance of, in the first 4 seconds, the body covers a distance of 200 meter. Okay, and a distance of 220 in the next 2 seconds. In the next 2 seconds, that is in the next 2 seconds, the body covers a distance of 220 meter. Okay, find the initial velocity and acceleration of the bus and also find out the velocity at the end of the 11th second. These are the questions. First of all, we want to find out the initial velocity u. Second, we want to find out acceleration a. And the third one, the velocity at the end of the 11th second. In this question, we can use the equation s is equal to ut plus half at square because the displacement of the body is given and also the time taken to cover that distance is also given. Okay, then s is equal to ut, t is equal to 4 seconds, 4 plus half into a into t square that is 4 square, it's equal to 16. Okay, here we use the equation s is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, on substituting the value of t, we can write like this. Instead of s is equal to 200 is equal to 4u plus 8a. That is equation number 1. Okay. In the second case, we can write 440 meter. What about the time taken to cover 440 meter? That's equal to 4 plus 2, that's equal to 6 seconds. That is 420 meter equal to u into 6 seconds plus half into a into 6 square, that is equal to 36. Okay, again we want to rearrange this, that is 420 is equal to 6u plus 18a. 420 is equal to 6u plus 18a, that is equation number 2. Okay, on solving the equations 1 and 2, that is 420 is equal to 6u plus 18a and 200 is equal to 4u plus 8a, 4u plus 8a. This is equation number 2 and second one is equation number 1. Then on multiplying the equation number 1 with 2 and multiplying equation number 2 with 3, we get 840. 840 equal to 12u plus 36a, and here it's equal to 600 equal to 12u plus 24A. Okay. Then on solving these two, we get 0, 4, 2. 240 is equal to, here it's equal to 12A. Then acceleration of the body is equal to, acceleration is equal to 240 divided by 12, that is equal to 20 meter per second square. Okay. This is the value of acceleration of the body. Acceleration of the body is equal to 20 meter per second square. Now we can put the value of acceleration A is equal to 20 meter per second square in equation number 1. Then 200 equal to 4u plus 8 into 20. That is 200 equal to 4u plus 160. Okay, that is on solving this, 40 equal to 4u, then u is equal to 10 meter per second. Okay, 200 is equal to 4u plus 160. When 160 is taken to this side, it becomes 200 minus 160, that is 40. 40 is equal to 4u. From that, u is equal to 40 divided by 4, that is equal to 10 meter per second. Okay. Now we got two answers. What about the velocity? Okay, well, initial velocity, and second one, what about the acceleration of the bus? Now we want to find out what about the velocity at the end of 11th second. To find out the velocity at the end of the 11th second, we can use the equation v is equal to u plus at. We can use the equation v is equal to u plus at. We know that u is equal to 10 meter per second. Okay, u is equal to 10 meter per second plus acceleration of the body. Acceleration of the body is also known, that's equal to 20. Acceleration is equal to 20 into time. Time is equal to, at the end of 11th second, that is time t is equal to 11. It's equal to 10 plus 220. Okay, that's equal to 230 meter per second. Okay, that is the velocity at the end of the 11th second. Velocity at the end of the 11th second is equal to 230. Okay, our second question. A cricket bowler tosses a ball vertically upwards with an initial speed of 12 meter per second. A cricket bowler tosses a ball vertically upward with an initial speed of 12 meter per second. That is, initial speed u is equal to 12 meter per second. That is given. Okay. How long does the ball take to reach its maximum height? At its maximum height, what about its velocity? When the ball reaches its maximum height, velocity becomes equal to 0. That is, final velocity is equal to 0. Okay, when the ball reaches its maximum height, velocity is equal to 0. Then, how long does the ball takes? We want to find out the time. Okay, for this we can use the equation v is equal to u minus gt here. Okay, u minus gt is the equation used here. Then v is equal to 0 here. Then 0 equal to u. U is equal to 12 minus g. G is equal to 9.8, or it can be taken as 10. 10 into t. Okay. From this we can write 10 into t equal to 12. Then t is equal to 1.2 second. Okay. The time taken by the ball to reach its maximum height is equal to 1.2 second. Here our second question is, how long does the ball take to reach 6 meter above the release point? Okay. We want to find out the time taken to reach the height h is equal to 6 meter above the release point. Okay, for this The displacement of the body or height is given here. S is given, that's equal to 6 meter. Okay, so we can use the equation S is equal to ut minus half gt square here. Okay, S is equal to 6 meter, therefore 6 is equal to u, initial speed is equal to 12 into t minus half into g is taken as 10, then 10 into t square. Okay, again on rearranging this equation we can write 5t square minus 12t plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, now we got a second degree equation 5t square minus 12t plus 6. Then by using the equation minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, what about the equation? Minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, using this equation we can solve it as 12 plus or minus root of b square, that is 12 square 144 minus 4 into a is equal to 5 and c is equal to 6. Therefore 5 into 6 divided by the whole divided by 2 into 5. Okay. From here 12 plus or minus root of 144 minus 120 divided by 10. Okay. That's equal to time t is equal to 12 plus or minus root of 24 divided by 10. Okay, we know that root of 25 is equal to 5. Then root of 24 is approximately taken as 5. Okay, root of 24 is taken as 5. Then 12 plus or minus root of 24, that is equal to 5 divided by 10. Okay, root 24, the value of root 24 approximately or nearly equal to 5. So 12 plus or minus 5 divided by 10. Now we got two answers, that is 17 by 10. 12 plus 5 divided by 10, that is 17 by 10. It's equal to 1.7 seconds. And 12 minus 5, that is equal to 7. 7 divided by 10, that is equal to 0.5 seconds. Okay, these are the two answers, 1.7 second and 0.7 second. From these two values, which one is taken as the answer? That's the next problem. Already know that the time taken to reach the maximum height is equal to 1.2 seconds. Okay, time taken to reach the maximum height is 1.2. So, time taken to reach 6 meter above is less than 1.2 seconds. So, our option is 0.7 second. Okay, 0.7 second is the time taken by the ball to reach 6 meter above the releasing point. Okay. Our third question, a stone is dropped into a well in which the level of water is at a distance of 100 meter below the top of the well. Okay, the level of water in the well is 100 meter below the top of the well. That is, this is the top of the well and this is the water level. Then this water level is 100 meter below the top of the well. Okay. If 340 is the velocity of sound, the time taken after which the splash heard is. Okay, we want to find out the time taken by the splash to heard. Okay. For that, what about the time taken by the stone to reach the water surface? Time taken by the stone to reach the water surface, that time is equal to root of 2h divided by g. This is the equation to find out the time taken by the stone to reach on the water surface. That's equal to root of 2 into 100 divided by g. G is equal to 10. It's equal to root 20. Okay. Root 20 20 which is approximately equal to 4 point something. Okay, that can be taken as 4.5. Approximately is taken as root 20 is the correct answer and it is approximately taken as 4.5. Okay. Now we want to find out the time taken by the sound to reach the observer's ear. Okay. Time taken by the splash to heard, that is equal to time taken by the sound is equal to T is equal to distance divided by velocity. Distance is equal to 100 meter, that's equal to 100 divided by velocity of the sound is 340, it's equal to 340. Then it becomes equal to 10 divided by 34. Okay, 10 by 34. Then what about the total time taken? Total time taken is equal to root 20 plus 10 divided by 34. Okay, total time is equal to root 20 plus 10 divided by 34. Okay, root 20 is approximately taken as 4.5. The answer is approximately 4.5 plus 10 divided by 34. 10 by 34 is approximately equal to 0.33 something. Okay, 0.33. Okay, therefore the approximate answer is 4.5 plus 0.33, that is equal to 4.83. 4.83 seconds. Okay, this is the approximate answer. Correct one is root 20 plus 10 by 34. Root 20 is approximately taken as 4.5 and 10 by 34 is approximated as 0.33. Therefore, the final answer is approximately equal to 4.83 seconds. Next question. A bullet hitting a wooden block reduces half its velocity when it penetrates through 60 centimeter. Okay. From this question, there will be an wooden block. Okay. A bullet penetrating into this wooden block with a velocity, with an initial velocity u, after penetrating a distance of 60 centimeter, its velocity reduces to u by 2. Okay. Velocity reduces to half of its, half when it penetrates through 60 centimeter. Okay. It will be coming to rest. Okay, the velocity of the bullet becomes equal to 0. It will be coming to rest means velocity of the bullet becomes equal to 0 after penetrating a further distance. So we want to find out this distance x. Okay. That's the question. In this case, initial velocity, final velocity and the distance are given. Okay. Therefore, we can use this equation v square is equal to u square minus 2 into a into s. Okay. Velocity of the body reduces or decreases. Therefore, it's a retarded motion. So, we can use the equation v square equal to u square minus 2 into a into s. Okay. Final velocity in this case is equal to u by 2. Therefore, v square is equal to u square divided by 4. That's equal to u square minus 2 into a into 60. Okay. Then on solving, we can write minus 3u square divided by 4. Equal to minus 120a. Okay. Minus 3u square by 4 is equal to minus 120a. That's the first equation. Okay. Now, we can use this equation in this case also. Okay. In this case, what about the initial velocity? Initial velocity is equal to u by 2 and final velocity is equal to 0. Okay, final velocity 0, therefore 0 square equal to initial velocity is equal to u by 2, therefore u by 2 the whole square, that is u square divided by 4, minus 2 into a into, we don't know about what about that distance. We want to find out that distance. Okay. On solving this, on rearranging this, we can write 2a into x is equal to u square divided by 4. That is equation number 2. Okay. From these two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2, we can write 3u square by 4. Okay. We can write 3u square divided by 4 equal to 120a. And from here, u square by 4 equal to, u square by 4 is equal to 2ax. 2ax. On dividing these two equations, a get cancelled, 2 cancel to 120, that is 60. U square by 4 get cancelled. Therefore, 3 equal to 60 divided by x. Then x is equal to 60 divided by 3. It's equal to 20. Okay, 20 centimeter. Bullet coming to rest after penetrating through a distance of 20 centimeter from this position. Okay. From here to here, what about the distance? Distance traveled is equal to 20 centimeter. Okay. Next question. A stone is dropped from the top of a building of height. Height of the building is given. Height of the building is equal to h. And from that particular height, a stone is dropped. Okay. So, the height of the building is given. Height of the building is equal to h. H is the height of the building. And a stone is dropped from here. Dropping means initial velocity is equal to 0. Okay. Initial velocity is equal to 0. That stone is dropped from here. After 1 second, another stone is dropped from a story 10 meter below the top of the building. Okay, after 1 second. Okay, another stone is dropped from the story which is 10 meter below the top of the building. Okay, another stone is dropped from here which is 10 meter below. 10 meter below the top of the building. Another stone is dropped. The second stone is dropped. Okay. Here also initial velocity is equal to 0. Okay. So both the stone reaches the bottom simultaneously. Both the ball reaches the bottom or both the stone that reaches the bottom simultaneously. Then the height of the building is, we want to find out what about the height of the building. Okay. Here we can take t plus 1 is the time taken by the first stone to reach the ground. Then what about the time taken by the second stone to reach the ground? That is taken as t. Because 1 second delay is there. Okay. If t plus 1 is the time taken by the stone to, time taken by the first stone to reach the ground, then t is the time taken by the second stones to reach the ground. And these two stones reach the bottom simultaneously. Now we want to find out what about the height of the building. Okay. In the first case, we can write height h is equal to half into g into t plus 1 the whole square. Okay. Because initial velocity is equal to 0, therefore the equation s is equal to ut plus half gt square becomes h is equal to half g into t plus 1 the whole square. This is the height, this is the equation to find out the height of the tower. In the second case, h minus 10 is equal to, in the second case, h minus 10 is the height, okay, of the story. Then h minus 10 is equal to half into g into t square. In that case also initial velocity is equal to 0 because the stone is dropped from, second stone is dropped. Okay. Second stone is dropping means u is equal to 0. In that case also u is equal to 0. Then h minus 10 is equal to half into g into t square. Okay. From these two, we can put the value of h. H is equal to half g into t plus 1 the whole square. In the second equation, h minus 10 is equal to half gt square. Then on rearranging, we can find out what about the time. Okay. Then now we are going to substitute the value of h in this equation. That is half into g into t plus 1 the whole square minus 10 equal to half gt square. Okay. On expanding this, half into g into t plus 1 the whole square is equal to t square plus 2t plus 1 minus 10 equal to half gt square. Okay. Then we can cancel half gt square, half gt square. Then now again on rearranging, g by 2 into 2t plus 1 equal to 10. Okay, taken the value of g as 10, then 10 get cancelled. Then 2t plus 1 is equal to 2. Okay, from that t is equal to, from this equation t is equal to 0.5 seconds. Okay, the time taken by the second stones to reach the ground is equal to 0.5 seconds. Okay, then what about the time taken by the first stone to reach the ground? First stone to reach the ground is equal to t plus 1. Then 0.5 plus 1 is equal to 1.5. Okay, time taken by the first stone to reach the ground is equal to t plus 1, that's equal to 1.5 second. Now we can find out the value of h by using this equation. H is equal to half into g into t plus 1 the whole square. Okay. Then h is equal to half into g into t plus 1 the whole square. T plus 1 is equal to 1.5. 1.5 the whole square. That is equal to 5 into 1.5, that is 2.25. 1.5 the whole square is equal to 2.25. This becomes equal to 11.25. Okay. 11.25 meter is the height of the tower from which the first stone is dropped. Next question. A wooden block of mass 10 gram is dropped from the top of the building of height 100 meter. A wooden block is dropped from the top of the building of height 100 meter. Okay, here there is a building at a height 100 meter. Okay, from that building a stone is dropped, a wooden block is dropped from here. Okay. A wooden block is dropped. Dropping means u is equal to 0. Okay. Simultaneously, a bullet of mass 100 gram is fired from the foot of the building to the block with a velocity of 100 meter. Okay. A bullet of, simultaneously a bullet of mass 100 gram. Okay. At the instant of dropping the wooden block from the top of the building, a bullet of mass 100 gram is fired from the foot of the building. Okay, this one is the block. Okay, here a bullet of mass 10 gram which is fired into this bullet with a velocity is equal to 100 meter per second. Okay, these two events are happen in the same time. Okay, now they will meet at a height of these two bodies, this wooden block and this bullet meet at a height of, suppose we can take this, at this point these two bodies will meet each other. The wooden block and the bullet meet each other. Okay. Then this height is taken as h. And then what about the remaining height? Remaining height is taken as 100 minus h. Okay. At that point, these two bodies, at this height, these two bodies meet each other. Okay. Now we can write the equation and substituting the value, we will get the answer. Then in the case of wooden block, what about the height h? H is equal to half into g into t square. Okay. By using the equation s is equal to ut plus half gt square, initial velocity u equal to 0 and s is equal to h, then h is equal to half gt square. Okay. In the case of bullet which is fired from the bottom of the building, we can write 100 minus h. 100 minus h is the distance s, that is equal to u. U is there with an initial velocity. The bullet is fired with an initial velocity 100 meter per second. So u is there 100 into t plus half into, not plus, it's equal to minus because it is fired to the top. Okay. 100 into t minus half g into t square. Okay. On solving these two equations, how can we solve this equation? By putting the value of h is equal to half gt square in this equation. Then 100 minus h is equal to half gt square. Put the value of h here. Then half gt square equal to 100t minus half gt square. Okay. On cancelling minus half gt square from both sides, we get 100 equal to 100t. Then t is equal to 1 second. Okay. The time taken to meet the wooden block and the bullet is 1 second. Okay. Now we want to find out what about the height. Height h is equal to half gt square. That's equal to half into g is equal to 10 into t square. T square is equal to 1 square. That's equal to 5 meter. 5 meter is the distance travelled by the block from the top of the building. We want to find out the height from the ground. We know that the height of the building is 100 meter and the distance travelled by the wooden block is 5 meter. Then what about the height from the ground? This one is equal to 5 meter. Then what about the height from the ground? Height from the ground is equal to 95 meter. Okay. Oh, what about the height from which these two bodies meet each other? These two bodies meet each other at a height of 95 meter from the ground. Okay. I think these questions are clear for you. If you like this video, please subscribe and enable the bell button. Thank you.